Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Code to be a Java Programmer. Today is day 52 of our coding journey. Yesterday we explored the final keyword in Java. Today we'll dive into three important methods from the object class: equals, toString off, and hashCode off. Let's get started. Okay, so now let me create a class called laptop. Okay, now as I've told earlier, every class extends to an object class. Okay, so let me create two variables first here. Excuse me. String model and string number, which indicates the model number. Okay, so now let me create an object for this laptop. Okay, now how will we assign values to this model and number? We'll be assigning values just like this, right? Model apple obj.number equal to, okay, I must be giving you as integer. Okay, so I have assigned the values. Now, what happens if I print obj.model? Of course, obviously, I'll be getting this particular value. Now, what happens if I just print the object alone? Also, we have tried this earlier once. Now, just let's check it out, okay? It gives us something here, right? What does it give here? It gives laptop art and some kind of numbers followed by it. You know what this is? Whenever we just print an object alone, the object alone what we have created, it automatically calls dot string of method. I don't have any method here inside this class, but it shows a number of classes here: equals, hashcode of dot toString, get class, notify all of. So these are all the methods which are not there in the class which we have created, but they are presented in the object class, the object class which is extended by the class which we have created. Okay, so whenever we print the object alone what we have printed, even without mentioning explicitly, it automatically calls the dot toString of method. Okay, now let me also just manually enter this method, and let's try it out what the output is going to be. Yes, it gives us the same value here. So can we just let's check it out what this is. So this dot to string of gives us the get class of, that is the class name. It gives us the class name. Yes, of course it has given us the class name, then followed by the art symbol. Of course here is an art symbol after the laptop art in the output, and then it gives us something called as integer.to hex string. Yes, we have some kind of hexadecimal code there. Okay, which is hash, which is called by the help of a hash code. At this stage, it is not necessary for us to know what hash code is, but still you can know what it is by looking at what hash code, by searching it in the YouTube. Okay. Now, since this string of is something very complex, its output, what you can do is you can create a dot to string of method. Okay, so whenever okay, it should. Okay, now what I've done is, so whenever this particular toString of is called, it will not go and obtain the string of method which is in the object class. It will automatically overrides it, and this particular method will be run. Can you just try it out? Yes. Now, even if I don't mention it explicitly, as I've told you earlier, whenever only an object is printed, it prints the toString of, and of course, again, this time it should give us only this method because of the override. Yes, it has given us the same value. Now, not only this, you can also check it out. Okay, now let me create another object for assigning another set of values. Let me assign the same things here, but I have to change the object name alone. That's why I'm changing it here. Okay, now what I wanted to do is, there's something here called as equals of, right? Now let's check out this equals of after that. Now what I wanted to do is, I wanted to check whether the values of these two things are equal or not. So what I'm doing here is obj boolean. I'm creating a boolean variable called result, and what this will be doing is, it will be checking must be equal to obj2.model, and obj number must be equal to obj2.number. Okay, and I'm printing that here. Okay, now what I'm doing here is, I'm just checking whether the values here and the values here are equal or not. Okay, let's try it. It gives us true, right? Okay, now let us just check it out with the help of that dot class. Now what it checks here is, it checks whether the values in the object 1 and the values in the object 2 are equal or not. Okay, it has given us false. You know why this has given us false? Because it checks it out in the hash code or the hexadecimal values, and that's why the value which we have obtained is false. So what you can do that is, you can create a equals method manually here, so that it will override the method which is there in the object class. So I am passing the parameter which is of the type laptop, and the parameter which will be using that. Okay, so what we can do here is it will be checking whether the string and the model number for both the objects is equal or not. If both the values are same, it returns true. Yes. So instead of using obj, I must have used this and that. Yes, it will be printing false. Okay, now let's check it out. Yes, now it has given us true. And also, what's the one thing which these IDEs provide? It's such a wonderful component is that when you right click, it gives us an option of source action where you can create this equals method by yourself. You have to just check which are the values it has to check. If you give OK, just take it of this which we have created, it gives the value, it gives the method created by itself. So what are all the things it checks? It checks even the null object which we have missed to check it out. All these things also, not only hash code and the equals, it also checks the toString of. Okay, yes, it generates the toString of. So the toString of which is given here is very much more meaningful than what we have written. Now let's check the output once again. Yes, it is a given too. We can remove this at override. It's called annotations, about which we'll be having a look at it afterwards. For now, it is good enough that we have learned about the object class, the various methods in the object class, especially the toString of method, the equals method, and the hashCode. So that's all for today. We'll see more about other methods tomorrow. Thank you. Equals, toString, and hashCode methods from the object class are fundamental for working with objects in Java. Overriding these methods allows for meaningful comparisons, representations, and efficient use in collections. Thank you for joining me on day 52 of Let's Code to be a Java programmer. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified about our daily coding sessions. See you tomorrow for day 53. Happy coding!